What is going on, everyone? Today is Friday, July 18th. I'm going to do a very quick video on how I pair the dots bias indicator, this indicator on the top of the left chart, and NQ stats, specifically for this trade. It's called the noon curve. So this is a very textbook, a very solid setup that I saw. I was done for the day, but when I saw this, I just wanted to make a quick video on this because it was beautiful. So I'm, I'm going to cast aside the fact that one dot entry functions worked here, here, this one did not work, and here. So 3 wins, 1 loss. Go through past videos of mine if you want to know what the one dot entry function is. 7-day free trial, link in the bio. But I'm going to draw your attention to this setup right here. So if you look on the right, I like to use the noon curve, one of NQ stats, probable Chris. He does a great job with these probabilities, synthesizing data to basically as a confluence I like to use with the dots and a couple of other things. So this particular setup using the noon curve, basically what it says is, so the day, his day, Chris's day basically starts at 8, and there are quadrants. So 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 2, 2 to 4. So if we assume that the high was made in the first quadrant, 8 to 10, and then from 10 to 12, the second quadrant makes a lower low, which this is off 10 o'clock. Okay, so high, low, and then we make a low. So what the noon curve suggests is that basically it's this drawing, right? So a high was made in the first quadrant, the low was breached in the second quadrant. So logic would indicate that in the afternoon session, after 12 o'clock noon, that the morning lows will get tagged. So that is bias. That is short bias I like to use. I'm trying to find the exact probabilities. I don't have it on the top. I can't find it. But so that's the assumption we're running on. So if you just look at this chart, the NASDAQ 1-minute futures. So we are aiming for these lows, and they also happen to be equal lows, which like to get tagged. So the dots turn all red, and when the dots turn all red, I look bearish. Using just a simple entry function called the one dot entry function, you look for the close of the 1-minute candle that lines up with the first column of all red dots. So right here, the ATR at the time was about 15 points. So you enter, you risk 15 points, and you are targeting these lows. And you can see we chopped around a bit and then shot right to these lows. So I like to use the dots indicator as a confluence with statistics, with the NQ stats, be it the noon curve, be it the initial balance, hourly stats, what have you. So when the dots turn red and these are obvious lows based on statistics, based on probabilities, it's a no-brainer setup. I like to have the wind at my back, so to speak, and then you can stack other things too, right? So this green line is the 50% of this move. We tapped it. This is VWAP. We tapped it. There was an SMT with the ES. So if you look here, this high was made, a little high, higher high, lower low, or a lower high. So those are like 4 or 5 confluences, and then the dots fire red, short to these lows because of noon curve. You're expecting the morning session lows to get tagged. That's basically it. So I want to stack confluences in my favor, and NQ stats helps with that. The dots help with that, and this was a beautiful setup that occurred during lunch. I'm sorry I missed it, but had I been at my desk, I would have taken it. It was a beautiful, beautiful setup. So 7-day free trial, link in the bio if you want to use the dots. Chris's stats are free. He's at probable Chris And this link to his website, NQ will be in the bio of wherever you are seeing this. So hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.